name is Scott Neighbors. Well, I grew up in Skiatook when it was a 2A high school, town of 2,500 people, and so we were in that era where you did everything. I played football, basketball, baseball, drama, band, choir, you could do it all.
I came to Skiatook schools in 1967 as a teacher. The biggest thing that I want to talk about is the need for this bond issue. It is so important. It's not things that a lot of people would think about with a bond issue, but it's the underneath that we have to have, and that's the important thing.
One of the things you've got to do is you've got to resource the teachers, the programs, the students that are creating that identity. And so I think bond issues are crucial.
The process for the upcoming bond selection of projects was something that wasn't taken lightly. School district employees, as well as many community members, parents, those community members that were invested in the future of success of Skiatook, came together over multiple meetings to create a rank and order priority list of those projects.
Security is always our top priority for our students, and monies in this critical maintenance section will allow us to be able to make sure that we can afford to purchase the newest security measures that we can.
On our past bond, we were able to do phase 1 and phase 2 of our Skiatook Elementary School, which was so important. We were able to add a second grade wing, and then on phase 2 add a third grade wing. And so in this third phase, we're really excited to complete that project out west with our elementary by adding a facility. It would be a gym with a shelter that would be able to house our students during the school day and protect them. In Oklahoma weather, you just never know what can happen.
Giving aid to this half of the city. We'll talk.
Technology is a critical part of what we do in education. We learned from the pandemic that we were able to transition to everyone using Chromebooks at a good speed.
Google Chromebooks have roughly an expiration date built into them. It runs normally about 8 years after the purchase.
And so we need to be able to have money to purchase Chromebooks. This bond money will purchase those Chromebooks. We also need to be able to purchase smart panels. Our elementaries right now, they all have a smart panel. The secondary schools at the middle school and at the high school, they currently have a smart board but not a smart panel. The smart panels have a long lifespan, and they also do not have expensive bulbs that have to be replaced. And then additionally, we will purchase a generator that allows us to still have our phones up and running, even if the electricity goes out. So I graduated from Skiatook High School, and the auditorium was in place at that time. We have great bones inside of the auditorium stage, but it needs to be reconfigured. We need to replace chains and ropes, and the rigging system. The lights need to be replaced to LED lights, more efficient. They're not as hot. We need to replace the curtains. We also need to purchase a cloud-based sound projection system, so it's acoustically proficient.
Our buses travel in and out of town 5 days a week. We currently have 3 activity buses that are in really good shape from the previous past bond issue. We are in desperate need of a new activity bus. We're also in a need for a smaller activity bus.
The stadium turf is not just used by football, it's also used by soccer, track, band, the Little League football. It is used by a wide array of people. The stadium turf has to pass a concussion protocol, and right now we are at year 8 of year 10.
The turf's made with these little rubber pellets and then the artificial grass on top, and over time the pellets get washed away. The turf eventually becomes harder, so that's always an issue when it starts to get older, that it gets harder than normal and can sometimes not pass the concussion protocol.
The district's done a great job in the community by utilizing our previous bond money, by having roofs repaired, by having fences added. Do we need to replace this roof, or do we need to patch that roof? For example, at our Mars Elementary, we are just now utilized the last HVAC system units at that Mars Elementary. We're replacing 4 that are over 30 years old. This is why it's so important for the next bond to continue to provide those funds to provide for those HVAC units and new tile and new carpet.
I think it's important for everybody in Skiatook to get out and vote. I think everybody should voice their opinion, truly see what everybody wants when everybody votes, not to have just half the population vote. I think everybody needs to get out and voice their opinion.
Our school district has the opportunity to meet some needs that with a bond issue that we can't meet through general opportunity through a state budget, and this opportunity gives us the best and most unique experience for our families and children to be the best they can be in Skiatook.
And they have worked this bond issue out to where it's not just for 8 to 3, it's not just for school kids, it is for everybody in this community. So please vote.
There's a base level we can get from regular funding, but this is the opportunity for the community to say we're going to kind of put that cherry on top. We're going to give it the extra push it needs to be a unique, an excellent school, not just a get-by school.